welcome. My name is Tennessee. Today we're working on a yin class. So really focusing in on your solar plexus chakra, your third chakra. This is the space above your belly button. It is your power center. So anything to have to do with your core or kind of twisting, leading, kind of holding into that power, that is what we're going to focus on today. Now, yin is a restorative posture class. So it is more of deepening, lengthening, strengthening into those muscles, holding those postures for a certain amount of time. Now, with that said, I always start my classes with a chakra clearing. If you don't know what chakras are, there's 7 energy sources throughout your body. They start at the base of your spine and they work their way up through the crown of your head. So I just want you to check in, notice what feels good, notice of any discomforts just for the first few minutes of class, getting out of your head into your body, whether that be through the posture or your breath. Today you will need blocks if you've got them. If you don't, or a bolster. If you don't have anything such as blocks or a bolster, you can use anything around the house, such as your books. You can use pillows, anything like that to kind of help bring the ground up to you. Now, with that said, we're going to start in a Sukasana, so an easy seated pose, just crossing at your ankles, lengthening through your spine, just sitting up tall. Now go ahead and close your eyes. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let that go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. Audible exhale, release. This time, inhale through your nose. Find a constriction in the back of your throat and just exhale through your nose. This is your Ujjayi Pranayama. Inhaling through your nose and then exhaling through your nose. See if you can make your inhale the same length as it is your exhale with the same intensity. Now I want you to start to bring your focus out of your head into your body, all the way to the base of your spine, to your root chakra, your first chakra. This is your I am space. This is your foundation, your safety, your security. This is where everything starts. Just check in, notice what feels good, notice of any discomfort. Now on your inhale, bring your focus, your energy, your awareness into your second chakra, the space below your belly button, your sacral. This is your I feel space, where you house your emotions, your desires, your sexuality. Now slowly start to work your energy into your third chakra, the space above your belly button, your solar plexus. Your I do space. This is what drives you, where your passions, your creativity, your power all lie. Now slowly guide your energy into your fourth chakra, your heart. Your I love space, space of relationships, self-acceptance, and unconditional love. Now gently guide your energy into your fifth chakra, your throat. Your I speak space, space of communication, your truth. Now move your energy up into your sixth chakra, the space just between your eyebrows, your I see space, your space of intuition, your third eye. And then finally take your focus, your energy, your awareness all the way above your head to your seventh chakra, your crown chakra. Your I understand space, your path to enlightenment. I want you to draw your energy all the way down to the base of your spine and then inhale it through the 7 chakras through the crown of your head. Notice if anything gets stuck, of any discomforts, or if it feels good. Work to bring your focus, your energy, your awareness to those areas throughout your class today. One big clearing breath in. Audible exhale, let that go. Nice work, guys. Flutter your eyes open. You can just place your hands on top of your knees. Find a seated cat-cow. Inhale, take your gaze up as you draw your chest forward, melt your shoulders back and down. Exhale, rounding through your spine, tucking your chin into your chest, breathing in, holding, pulling your belly button back. Inhale, See if you can take your gaze up a little bit further. Pull your chest open. Exhale, rounding through your spine, pulling your hip bones up to your rib cage. Let's do one more here. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat. Slowly come back into a neutral spine. Now inhale, reach your arms all the way above your head. Exhale, pull back to a cactus, melting shoulders away, palms face forward. Take your gaze slightly up. Now slowly draw your right forearm outside your right hip. Again, if you have your blocks or anything such as, or that you have around the house, go ahead and take your block outside your right hip. Place your forearm on top of your block. Inhale, reach your left arm up and over your ear. Feel that stretch through your left side body. Breathe. Now go ahead and take your left hand to the back of your head. Take your gaze up to your elbow. Hold it here. Find a deeper extension. Breathe. Exhale, take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Inhale, lift up, take your gaze up. Exhale, draw down. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slowly lower back down. Now I want you to release your left hand. You can place your left hand down, hooking your elbow to the outside of your knee. Again, if you have your blocks, you can place your block over here. Place your forearm on top and find that twist. Just release your head, your neck, and your jaw. You can take your gaze back, you can take your gaze down, or you can take your gaze ahead, whatever feels good for you. Keep grounding in through your sitting bone, especially your left hip, or draw your left hip bone down. Feel that stretch, breathe. And now just slowly walk your hands forward to the top of your mat. Reach, extend, lengthen. If you can, place your forearms down. Again, you have your blocks. Forearms down to the blocks. And then again, just to let your head fall down. Feel that stretch through your low back. Breathe. Inhale, slowly walk your hands over to your left side. Again, moving your blocks as you turn. Place your left forearm on top of your block outside your left hip. Inhale, right arm extends all the way up. Feel that stretch all the way through your right side body from your pinky down to your hip. Now just place your hand to the back of your head. Gaze up to your right elbow. Exhale, draw your elbow to the outside of your left knee. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, find that twist, tapping to the outside of your knee. One more here. Inhale, lift up, gaze up. Exhale, come all the way down. Hook your elbow to the outside of your knee. Draw your forearm on top of your block. Find the twist. Keep grounding through your right sitting bone. Again, you have your option to let your head fall. You can take your gaze ahead. Whatever feels good for you. Now just slowly walk your hands back to the top of your mat. Reach, extend, lengthen, bringing your forearms down. If you need to place blocks underneath your forearms, feel free. Keep grounding through your sitting bones. Let your head hang heavy. One more breath. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up and just find your way into a child's pose. So bring your knees out wide, send your toes to touch behind, draw your hips back to the tops of your heels, bring your third eye down. Now if this is too much for you, you can always take a block and place it underneath your tailbone, bringing the earth's energy up. Settling in, breathing, releasing, relaxing. Trying not to create any tension into the body. Now slowly work your way up into a tabletop. So bring your knees back in line with your hips. Option to ground through the tops of your feet, option to tuck your toes under. You can remove the block and take it to the top of your mat. Find your thread the needle. Inhale, right arm extends up. Take your gaze up. Hold it here at the top just for a second. Feel that twist in your spine. Exhale, send your right arm underneath your left. Draw your right cheek down to your mat. Keep your hips lifted. Now, option to stay here. Option to extend your left arm above to the top of your mat. Option for a half bind. You can place your left hand to the small of your back or to the inside of your right hip crease. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Inhale, slowly come all the way back into your midline. Plant your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Extend your right arm up, hold here. Exhale, slowly work your way back to your tabletop. Now inhale, left arm extends up. Take your gaze up, hold at the top. Exhale, thread your needle. Send your left arm underneath your right. Draw your left cheek down. Keep your hips lifted. Option to extend your right arm to the top of your mat. Option to hold here. Option for the half bind or full bind if you've got it. Just release your head, your neck, your jaw. Breathe. One more breath. Bring everything back into your midline. Plant your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Extend your left arm up. Gaze up. Hold. And then slowly work your way back to a tabletop. Now this time, just send your right foot outside your right hand. Now draw your hips down and forward, finding your dragon lunge. So bringing your hips down and forward. Now option to stay here on top of your hand or extending your arms straight. You can also take blocks and work your way down to your forearms. Keep hugging your right knee into your shoulder. Keep pulling your hips down and forward. Now breathing in. You can shift forward and back, adding the movement. Letting that feel good into your hips, into your low back. Allow the gravity to pull you down. One more breath. Now if you're down to your forearms, slowly lift back up to your hands. Arms are straight. And then find a twisted dragon. So heel toe your right foot out to a 45. Come onto the blade of your right foot. Now gently press your knee out as you take your gaze up over your right shoulder. Keep pulling your hips down and forward. Now you have options here. You can stay lifted. You can stack your blocks. And then come all the way down to your forearm. And then just find that twist, really pulling into the hips, opening up into the core, stacking shoulders back, gaze up over your right shoulder. Now option to place your right hand to the small of your back and just kind of allow that, or energetically pull your hips down. Allow the opening in through the hips, in through the core, breathe. With one more breath. Slowly come all the way back into your midline. So plant the sole of your foot down, turn your toes forward. Go ahead and remove your blocks. Now this time, you can stay center midline into your mat. I want you to try to walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. And then come all the way back down. Again, if you have your blocks, you can place your blocks underneath your forearms. Keep hugging your right knee in towards your midline. And allow your head and neck and jaw just to relax, draw down, breathe. Slowly work your way back up. Take your blocks to the top of your mat. And then just come back up onto your left knee. Send your right knee back, find that tabletop. You can shift your hips side to side, release that, let that go. Now this time just bring your left foot forward outside your left hand. Working your way back into a dragon lunge. Draw your hips down and forward. Again, option to stay lifted. Keep hugging your right or your left knee back into your shoulder. Again, you have your options to place your blocks or your bolster underneath your forearms and come all the way down. You can add any movement you need. You can rock forward and back. Opening up the hips side to side. Allow that stuck energy to move into the body. Releasing, letting go. I want you to try to get out of your head and into your body when you hold into these postures. Sometimes our minds take control and then we're like, no, we got to get out of this. We got to get out of this. And you start going into that panic mode. But I want you to try to release and kind of breathe into the body. When we focus on our breathing, it allows our mind to shut off. And then we come into that yogi state, that meditative state. Getting one more breath. Go ahead and plant your hands back down, lift your torso. Again, if you want to move your blocks, you can. Find a twisted dragon, heel toe your left foot out to a 45. Come onto the blade of your left foot and gently press your knee out as you draw your hips down and forward. Take your gaze up over your left shoulder. Now again, you have your options. You can stay here with one block, no blocks. You can stack your block and come all the way down to your forearm. You can also work into the half or the full bind. One more breath here. Now slowly work your way back. Grounding in through your left foot, heel toe your foot back into the outside of your shoulder. Plant your left hand down. Now this time you can move your blocks. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Option to come all the way down to your forearms. Allow your head to hang heavy. Option to come onto the blocks, forearms to blocks. And again, just kind of settle in, resting, releasing, letting the tension go. Try to keep hugging your left knee into your midline. Inhale, slowly come all the way back up. And then work your way back to your tabletop. Go ahead and shake out the hips, let that go, allow that energy to move. You can come all the way forward, shift back up. When you're ready, slowly work your way all the way down to your bellies. Coming up onto your forearms, Sphinx pose. Stack your shoulders to your elbows, and then untuck your toes, ground through the tops of your feet, your hip bones. Now inhale, slowly draw your gaze slightly ahead, draw your shoulders back and down, torso pulls ahead. Feel that in your low back. Just breathe. option to stay here. If you've got it and you want to hold into your seal pose, you can extend your arms. Keep taking your gaze straight ahead. Melt your shoulders back and down. Try not to hunch up. So extend and lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, slowly come all the way down. Bring your forehead on top of your hands. Shake that out, let that go. Now go ahead and take your chin onto your left hand. Bend your right knee up. Or bend your heel to the ceiling up. Bend your knees and the sole of your foot up. Reach back. Grab the outside blade of your right foot and pull up into your glute. Now you can use your breath inhaling to lengthen, exhale to deepen. To see if you can go a little bit further, pulling the heel closer to your glute. Feel the stretch to your quad, your hip flexor. Exhale, slowly release, and then just switch it out. Take your right hand into the middle of your mat, draw your chin down, reach back with your left, send the sole of your left foot up to the ceiling, grab the outside blade of your foot and just pull into your glute. Now when we think about the third chakra, the solar plexus, that's your power center, your I do space. That's kind of where your intuition meets your stomach. So that first instinct, that's your gut. It's also, kind of where your drive lies. So it's where you want to, what you're powerful in doing, kind of what you want to do, that's where you focus on. The color associated is yellow. So always when you meditate into your solar plexus, you want to think of the brightest yellow light spinning, releasing any doubts, any negativity. This is where your confidence comes from. So really kind of pulling in that power, that I can space. One more breath. Go ahead and release that. Now shake out your hips, let that go. Now this time, I want you to take a block underneath your chin. Send both feet up to the ceiling. Reach back, grab both outside blades of your feet, and just hold here. Pulling your heels closer to your glutes. So modified bow pose, modified Dhanurasana. Slowly release your feet, remove your block, shake out your hips, let that go, draw your forehead down. And then just slowly come all the way onto your left hip. Working our way into cat's tail pose. So send your top leg, your right leg, all the way out in front. Now you can come up onto your forearm, you can lay down onto your bicep, you can place a block underneath your ear, whatever feels good for you. Reach back with your top hand, your right hand, to the inside of your left foot. You're going to pull your left foot up into your glute. Keep your right leg straight. And just kind of settle in, breathe. Now when we have a stuck or a blocked solar plexus chakra, that associates to the stomach. So if you have stomach issues, that's where it's going to feel. Typically, everything starts as energy, and when it manifests into a physical dis-ease into the body. So whenever you have tension or anything into your stomach or stomach issues, you tend to often hold anxiety as well in the stomach. So we also know that is kind of the solar plexus kind of screaming and yelling at you, saying, hey, check me out, listen to your body, get out of your head. It's not normal to live with discomfort, and most people do. So feeling good is actually normal. So always checking in with your body, knowing where that discomfort comes from, can kind of help ease where you have root problems or emotions. Now keep hold of your back foot, and then just slowly start to roll your right shoulder back to your mat. Finding the twist, keeping your legs where they're at. Now just release your back foot, bring your right arm out to a T, find your supine twist, work to keep your shoulders grounding, taking your gaze to your right hand. Just slowly work your way all the way back onto your belly. Now this time, come onto your right hip. You'll take your top leg, sweep all the way over to this left side of your mat, and then take your left hand to the inside of your right foot, pull it up into your glute, relax your head, your neck, your jaw. You can always take your blocks wherever you need support. I want you to check back in with your body. Notice where you're carrying your tension. See if you can alleviate that with your breath. Bring the focus back into the body. Now just slowly start to roll your left shoulder back towards your mat. Keep everything the same. Find the twist. Now release your back foot, bring your left arm out to a T, gaze to your left hand, find the supine twist. Keep your legs where they're at. Now slowly start to unwind. This time come all the way onto your backs. Let your legs run long. Let your feet fall out to the side. Hands fall out to the side, palms face up to receive. Just close your eyes. Come into your final Shavasana. Just allow your thoughts to come and go. Bring your focus into the body. as you drop into your body, I want you to bring your focus into your third chakra, the space above your belly button, your solar plexus. Set the intention that we are in the same space, in the same room, and I am hovering my hands above your solar plexus. And I want you to allow universal life energy pulling into your solar plexus, balancing, releasing any limited beliefs you're holding on to. I want you to imagine the brightest yellow light spinning, clearing, releasing. Imagine that yellow light getting bigger and bigger, replacing any limited beliefs with unconditional love, with self-acceptance, with self-confidence. Option to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. Otherwise, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, bring life back into your bodies. Inhale, completely fill up your lungs. Audible exhale, let that go. Let's do that again. Inhale, completely fill up. This time, clench your fist shut, shrug your shoulders up, squeeze every muscle fiber in your body. Audible exhale, release, leave everything on your mat. And when you're ready, come into a fetal position either on your right or your left side, your masculine or your feminine energy, your Pingala, your Ida, your sun, your moon. And then just slowly work your way up to an easy seated pose, back to where we started, just crossing at your ankles, lengthening through your spine, sitting up tall. Inhale, arms reach all the way above your head. Take all that good energy, bring it down into your heart center, your heart space, your fourth chakra. Inhale your confidence, your self-love, your self-acceptance. And exhale all your fears and doubts. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.